you've been on TikTok within the last 2 years, you've probably heard this sound on your For You page.
If you yell about my money, I ain't having that. 'Cause that beat that boy with a bat. Damn, sorry I blew you off. I was doing lunch with Mike and Scott.
No? Well, what about this one? These are just 2 examples of songs made by the TikTok legend Ayesha Erotica. Millions of people across the world have either made transformation videos or edits of their favorite celebrities to all of her songs. But even though people know her by her music, only a tiny percentage of people would be able to recognize her if they saw her face on a billboard, or even walking past her on the street. And the reason for this is so much darker than you may think. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a deeper look into who Ayesha is and the truth behind her story.
Hi, I'm Ayesha Erotica. I'm 13 years old and I'm a porn star. My television show Smoking Hot comes out May 28, 2016. Make sure to watch it.
Ayesha was born on August 11, 1996 in Huntington Beach, California. Her real full name is Ayesha Alexia Asilio. However, she's been known by many different titles through her career, such as Ayesha Nicole Smith, and the most relevant one being Ayesha Erotica. She began her career as a producer for several different artists that were popular on SoundCloud, and on the side, she would post her own singles to the independent music platform. Ayesha's music encapsulated the Y2K revival that had been happening in the last 6 years. Her songs would often reference influential pop culture icons from the early 2000s, such as Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, and Anna Nicole Smith. Ayesha's sound was super unique, since she took characteristics from the hyperpop genre, which is most commonly associated with huge names in the music industry like Charli XCX and Slater. And she paired this with pink and glittery album covers, which helped her craft a specific and hyper-feminine persona. But this act that was put on got in the way of people actually being able to get to know who Ayesha was as a person. No one really knew when she was being serious or when she was just acting through her character that she had made for herself. However, the reason for this will all make sense when I explain things later in the video. In 2016, Ayesha released her debut album to SoundCloud, which was entitled Big Juicy. The album didn't exactly blow up or manage to get any mainstream success. However, it helped Ayesha gain a small but extremely loyal fan base who had fallen in love with her music and personal style. The following year, she released an EP and several singles, most from this period being the sounds that you hear all the time when scrolling through TikTok, and this is what really took her career to the next level. When Ayesha's song Literal Legend was released onto streaming platforms, it slowly made its way over to TikTok, where it went completely viral. It was used for edits, transformation videos, and a bunch of other content. This then led to a snowball effect where people would hear one song, then look up the rest of Ayesha's music, and then another one of her songs would become viral. Her music has since been used by huge TikTokers like Charli D'Amelio, and massive names in the music industry such as Doja Cat have been known to be fans of Ayesha. It was nearly impossible to be able to scroll through 10 videos without hearing one of Ayesha's songs, but despite achieving online fame and going viral multiple times, Ayesha kept her social media presence alarmingly quiet for someone who was on track to becoming a superstar. And this was probably due to some extremely controversial scandals that she involved herself in on her path to success. As 2018 was coming to an end, Ayesha was just about to release her sophomore album. The project was going to be the awaited follow-up that would certify herself as a mainstream artist, and she released one single from the album, which was called Vacation Bible School. However, just as the single was gaining some traction, Ayesha got into her first ever online scandal, which would put a permanent dent in her name and reputation. A person online who went by the username Void4Angel decided to make a post which leaked all of Ayesha's social media accounts that were not known to her fans and followers. The post was made on a site called Doxbin in an attempt to dox Ayesha's personal information that she had kept private since the start of her career. For some context, if you don't already know, doxing is where you find out someone's personal information and share it to social media, and to try and cause them harm and danger. These details can range anywhere from addresses to emails and phone numbers. Ayesha was horrified when she saw what happened, especially since she had kept such a quiet presence on social media that would keep her from being an obvious target. She accused another SoundCloud artist by the name of Quinn Fattel of trying to dox her, and in revenge, doxed not only Quinn, but also his parents, grandparents, siblings, and even his cousins. It was then later found out that Quinn was not the one who directed the initial attack at Ayesha, and in retaliation, he leaked all of the demos of Ayesha's music, which led to her canceling her entire sophomore project. Although this entire drama was pretty small and had not really gained a lot of attention besides in the SoundCloud community, it caused Ayesha to become extremely stressed, and eventually, on December 20th, 2018, she released the following statement that would devastate all of her loyal and adoring fans. The Instagram post read, "Hey, I'm not releasing any further music at all under Ayesha Erotica. I am not a public figure, and I do not want to be an internet celebrity. I do not want to really make friends anymore. Thank you if you support me, but please respect my boundaries and stop sending me messages or anything negative or any other bullshit I didn't sign up for. If you support me and you see people being weirdos and hawking dumb ass songs I made on a MacBook, please just report and let's move on. There's a lot of music in the world. Also, using my name and picture is weird. I'm not famous. I'm literally a shut-in. I have 5 friends, including my mother. Thank you to everyone for supporting this manic endeavor, and for the people I actually speak to, feel free to message me anytime and I'll get back to you. Sorry I let this scare me away from my friends and living life. I have a ton of features still coming out and those are fun, but that's it. Please just support what is officially out and leave it at that." Following this statement, Ayesha's music was completely wiped from her official accounts on different streaming platforms, and her social media accounts were deactivated. Fans could not believe that their favorite artist had just all of a sudden disappeared and abandoned the legacy that she had built for herself over the last couple of years. But according to Ayesha's statement on Instagram, it seemed like she had never really planned to even have that many fans or to even go viral. Her whole music career was just a fun little project that she shared on SoundCloud for her friends to listen to rather than to have the entire world. And just like that, Ayesha Erotica's name and legacy was no more. Or was it? Even though Ayesha had said in her original statement that she didn't want anyone listening to her music anymore, her fans just couldn't resist. And some of her followers managed to leak her songs back onto YouTube and SoundCloud, and they even set up a fake Spotify account where they would post Ayesha's past releases so people would still be able to listen to their favorite songs. This reignited the spark in Ayesha's streak of fame, and once again in late 2019, she began to trend all over TikTok, with people returning to her music for viral TikTok videos. But as her deleted music was being leaked and re-released, there was one song that made it onto SoundCloud that showed off a completely different side to the shy and timid Ayesha that the world knew. The songs featured Ayesha saying a bunch of slurs that were targeted at Black and Asian people. The lyrics were extremely racist, and when the song started to circulate online, it of course made its way over to where Ayesha got famous in the first place, which was TikTok. I'm obviously not going to say or even play the songs in this video, but I'll post screenshots of the lyrics so you can see for yourself what they were. So as you can see, the lyrics were extremely racist and offensive to multiple different communities. But since Ayesha had already vanished, there was complete silence on her end from the entire situation, which led to her fans to do research and defend Ayesha one last time. Fans of Ayesha on Reddit confirmed that it was in fact Ayesha saying all of the offensive slurs. However, the song itself was not actually written by her or even made for her to release. Instead, the song was made for another SoundCloud artist called Miss Prada. Miss Prada was a Black man who used hair and makeup to create a fake persona of a crazy racist white woman. He had written the song and asked Ayesha to help with the production. Miss Prada asked Ayesha to make a demo with her rapping the lyrics over the beat that she had created so that Miss Prada would be able to see how it sounded. Ayesha was allegedly given the green light by Miss Prada to say the slurs that were in the lyrics. However, when the song got leaked, people thought that the product was something that Ayesha had written and made completely by herself. Although it doesn't excuse Ayesha Ayesha rapping the offensive lyrics, it gave her fans some context behind the song that was making her go viral for all of the wrong reasons. But even this huge scandal could not bring Ayesha back, and ever since she has been completely off of social media. And no one has any idea where she is now or what she's doing with her life. It's so crazy that most of the time when you see people go viral on TikTok, it is usually the result of years of hard work and dedication to their craft. And when they run into controversy, they will desperately try to defend themselves and clear their name. Whereas Ayesha seems to be the complete anti-celebrity. She blew up over a project that she never intended to be successful, and when she got her hands on something that millions would literally die for, she viewed it as worthless and threw it all away.